What's going on, guys? It's Crazy Dog here, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the AMVR Virtual Reality Grips. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so welcome back, and like I mentioned before, today we're going to be taking a look at these guys right here. So this is a grip from a company called AMVR, and it's specifically for either the Oculus Quest, the Oculus Rift, or the Oculus Rift S. And honestly, these are actually probably the cheapest accessory that will help you get completely immersed in the world of VR. Before we take a look into the grips themselves, we will go over the packaging, what comes included, and if you're interested in picking up a set for yourselves, purchase links will be in the description below with up-to-date pricing and availability. So if I'm just gonna reach over here and grab the box, this is actually what the box looks like here. Pretty minimal, not a whole lot to it. I always like when companies do this and they don't put a whole lot of flashy trash. These aren't sold in retail, so they don't really need to stand out. Now, of course, if I open this up, it is going to be fairly empty compared to when you guys will buy it because I already have my grips installed. But one extra that they give you is actually this guy right here. And I thought this was a pretty cool addition, and I find myself actually using it a little bit more than I thought I would. And this is actually just a lens cover for your Oculus Quest to make sure that your lenses don't get scratched. Set that aside. We've got tons of documentation, very easy to put on. We do have a couple of extra straps here as well. I'm gonna set this box down. So we have a red strap, we have a white strap, and then on my actual grips themselves, I do have a white and I do have a blue as well. The reason why I went with two grips or two different color straps, I should say, is just to make sure that I can easily differentiate one controller from the other for right and left hand. Other than that, we do have another little Velcro tie. This is to actually hook them onto the controllers themselves. And then you do have a little light leak cover as well. This just goes over the nose bridge portion of the Quest headset and just helps lock in a little bit more light. I myself don't use it. I like being able to look down just ever so slightly and see my phone if I'm trying to cast or see my keyboard or anything like that. So with all of that being shown on what's on the inside of the box, let's take a quick look at the actual grips themselves in a different camera angle. All right, and this is more or less what you're going to get. So this is one of the grips right here. Now, when you get yours, they will not be assembled. So you will have to feed this strap through yourself as well as the actual little Velcro guard here on the top. Very easy to do. The strap itself just feeds into one of the three eyelets here on the top. And the reason why they provide you with three is for different sized hands. Now, even though my mitts really aren't that big, I still use the top hole just to make sure that I can easily get these on and off. And I still find it very, very secure. Down here, you do have your release. So there's a little button here. You give it a push, the strap will come out. But I actually like that if you pull it, the strap will come back through and maintains its grip very well. And part of the ways that it does that is this actual strap here. One, it's elastic, so it is fairly stretchy. But two, there is a little strip of rubber, almost like a little strip of hot glue. And that's just going to grab on the inside here just a little bit more to make sure that, I mean, it will pull through, but it takes a lot of force, and you're not going to pull on that when you're gaming with it anyway. As far as securing these onto your controller as well, which, by the way, even if you don't really want it for an extra grip, does anybody else hate that this comes off all the time, this battery door? So one of the reasons why I actually wanted these, one, for the extra grip, two, just to make sure that the battery door didn't continue to open on me. So to install these, very, very simple. Of course, they are labeled. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up. This is R for right. This is R for right as well. That's just it. Yes, I left my stickers on there. So you could choose two or not two, but I choose to actually use the wrist strap as well, just in case something does fail with this. And all you do is take the wrist strap. We're gonna feed it through this hole, and this is probably the most tedious and difficult part. But get that right in there. Now, you are able to slide this off to change your batteries. It's not a whole lot of disassembly, and it's going to take no more than a couple of minutes. But you take this, make sure that you don't have a whole bunch of the wrist strap kind of stuck in the bottom, and really you just put it on the right way. You just push it on. Now, one thing that I've seen in other reviews, and I've come across it very lightly myself, you don't want to push this on too much. What you may run the risk of is pushing this up and kind of getting a little bit of a false touch on this button right here, or running the risk of pressing it down and having it going underneath. So I push mine with a little bit of a gap there. Now on this side, you have your little Velcro strap. This just comes around. And again, trying to do this all on camera, a little tedious, but we'll get through it, guys. All you have to do, get that in there. And I pull this rather tight, about as tight as it'll allow me to go. And that's actually going to be what stops it from pulling down. So between the actual tension of the grip itself and this little Velcro strap on the top here, you shouldn't have any risk at all about this sliding off. From there, again, I put this on first, but you guys don't have to. For demonstration purpose, I won't. You just slide your hand in. Now that's going to go right around here, and then give it a little bit of a pull. Again, you don't have to actually press the release button to pull it on. I put mine on rather tight. And again, the reason why I went with a big strap is I found with the smaller holes, if you guys can see it there, it would actually kind of pinch my hand right down here. So I went with the top. I did find this to be the most comfortable orientation. And now, I mean, that's really not going anywhere. With the wrist strap, again, mainly just for safety, just in case something were to happen. But I have access to all the buttons, your A, B, your Oculus button, the back button, the side button. And now you could do things like letting go in game. And again, you're going to get that added immersion instead of needing to just let go with one finger and one button here, I guess 2 fingers, 2 buttons, but then still maintaining a grip. It's actually, through muscle memory, it's kind of harder to do now that I just have the ability to just let it go. And you're going to rinse and repeat. Same thing with this guy here. And that just gives you the ability to go ahead and give yourself a nice secure grip and immerse yourself just a little bit more. And I'm going to give you guys a quick example. I'm not going to put any gameplay up because I find a lot of the times there's not a lot of reason to do this a lot in a ton of games, unless maybe you're playing Sword and Sorcery. But we're just going to kind of put this up to eye level, and I'll give you guys some examples of exactly how snug this is, just so you get an idea. All right, so I hope you liked that little demonstration. I was actually going a little bit harder than I would even in game, but a lot of the times when you get immersed, you don't really realize how fast you're actually slicing and throwing. So I wanted to over embellish a little bit to let you guys know and to show you that it is very secure. And had I have not trusted these things, they would have flown off and actually hit the camera. So that should be the major testament here to show you that I believe in these. I think they're really cool. And like I said, for a couple of bucks, the links will be in the description below. I think these will add the exact level of immersiveness that you're looking for, aside from maybe an Omni treadmill, which is out of everybody's sort of price range. But pick them up, check them out, and if this video helped you at all, go ahead and leave a like. And until the next one, my name is Quizzy Dog. You guys have been awesome, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
the fire. I'll do whatever you do.